and thank you for watching. So today I want to talk about something a little different than nutrition. We're going to talk about boundaries today. It's been on my mind a lot, especially since I got my new pup, because she has no sense of boundaries. So boundaries are very, very important, especially when, right now, this year, the last 6 months, a lot of us have been home and, setting boundaries, setting boundaries are really important. So like, if you're home and your kids are home and you're working from home and a lot of kids are going back to school, but some of them, like here in Nashville, they're still at home. So you have to kind of set the boundaries in the house. Like, okay, this is where the schoolwork is going to be. And, this is where we're going to watch TV, and this is where mommy's going to work. And, so you have to set those boundaries. So, and be sure everyone understands where those boundaries are. And those sorts of boundaries are really important. My pup, she has no sense of boundaries. She will come and just jump on me. I mean, and it's like, whoa, right in my face. I'm like, no boundaries. And so, but I've noticed something, that when she does come up and she starts licking my face and like licking me all over, she's talking to me and telling me she has to go outside. So I have to listen too. So anyhow, sometimes boundaries like that, she's trying to talk to me, so I have to be a little more, less like, okay, you stay over there, I stay, that's how she tells me she needs to go out. So boundaries are like, what do you value? Like, you have to think about what you value. So like quality time with others. So sometimes what you have to do is, life can get so busy, just going and going and going and going. You have to kind of make sure you are scheduling in that quality time to be with this one-on-one quality time, like one-on-one with your kids, one-on-one with a friend, one-on-one with your husband or boyfriend, or something like that. You have to schedule it in and let others set up the time, talk to the other person, set up the time, and when you're there together, focus and let everything else fall to the side. Put down your phone, turn off your notifications. Just really focus on that time together. Set that boundary. Set the boundary of that focused time. Now, when it comes to focus, so let's say this is me, right? I value focus. I need to focus. So like, what do you need to focus on in the day? Think about 3 things that you can do every day that need to be done. The top three things that need to be done in a day. And don't worry about anything else. I mean, really think about it. What are the top 3 things you need to get done? And then if anything else happens, awesome. But those top 3 things, that's it. Set that boundary for yourself so you don't get so overwhelmed. It's consistency over time that makes changes. So just try to find like the top 3 things you need to do every day to keep yourself moving forward. Set that boundary for yourself. And as I mentioned before with the quality time, turn off your notifications. I have all my notifications turned off. And if I accidentally turn them on, I turn them off, because notifications are so distracting to your focus. When you are trying to focus to get a task done, or you're trying to have that quality time, turn off the notifications. Honestly and truly, you'll get there when you get there. Those notifications are only going to stress you out. So just don't think about turn it off. I even keep my phone on silent most of the time. So really, allow yourself to turn off the notifications. Another thing that will help you is to start saying no to certain things. Now, I don't know if that's a problem in your life. As women, I think we are people pleasers and tend to say yes a lot more. I know that even when I was working, it was kind of like, yeah, I can do that. But really and truly, it's so important to say no to certain things that don't kind of fit into that focus of that day. So find your 3 things, focus on that, turn off your notifications. So the last thing I value is well-being. And well-being for me is making sure I get exercise in every day, eating well, having a sleep schedule, creating those sorts of boundaries for myself. I, create a grocery list and I follow that and I don't buy things off of that list. That creates a boundary for yourself. Sorry about that. My phone rang. I forgot to put it on the whole, what's it called? Anyhow. So when you are the rest time, you have to, for your own self, for your own well-being, schedule in your rest time, schedule in that white space where you're not doing anything. Either do it daily or do it weekly, but really make sure you create that sort of boundary for yourself, for that me time for yourself. Another thing is, don't work on the weekends if you don't have to. Create that boundary for yourself, all right? So there's all sorts of things that you can do to create these boundaries. There's no last minute dates. If that doesn't feel good to you, don't do it. Not working past a certain time at night so that you can, if you have family, you can do that, but you can for yourself just have some downtime. And working from home, we could literally work all day long because we are in our home. We don't have the commute to take the break. We don't have someone telling us go to lunch to take the break. We don't have all that like we do when we're in an office. We don't have people stopping by, where we get that kind of break. When you're at home, it's so different. So you really have to be sure that you stop working at a certain time to give yourself that sort of boundary for your own well-being. What it comes down to when we think about boundaries, we have to think of what feels good. What is going to feel good for us. Setting boundaries is something I didn't hear about until a year or 2 ago, and it does make such a difference. It helps you feel a little less overwhelmed. It may help with your stress. It may help with, just so many things. So if you haven't started to set boundaries in your life, why not start? Why not start with giving yourself some quality time this week just for you? Finding some white space on your calendar and do something for you. Go on a walk, take a long bath, read a book, just do something for you and set that boundary, turn off the notifications and just have me time. All right. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see you again later. All right.